Are you unsure about your shifts and your change, and you're not sure if you're going through an ascension? So today I've got 15 symptoms of an ascension. Stay tuned. So hi and welcome back to 15 symptoms of ascension. So I'm going to go through these symptoms and these changes, and they should be able to support you and show you whether you're going through an ascension or you're going through the dark night of the soul. So if you're going through the dark night of the soul, I'll leave links to that video at the end of this video. Now again, please like, share and subscribe, and it'll help me to develop more of these videos. I've got my notes down below, so if I'm peering down, that's what I'm looking at in order to make sure I'm staying on track. So the first one will be headaches. So if you're feeling you're getting a lot of headaches, especially at the frontal lobe, which is based at the front, or at the top of your head, again, always when I say these physical changes, I always say get checked over by a doctor. Obviously, it's just self-explanatory, really. But some of these actions are triggers in order for you to know that you are going through ascensions. An ascension, if no one don't know, is that you are moving up in the dimensions of your spiritual growth. Now, when you get headaches, it's about your brain or your mind's eye and your seventh chakra being aligned with the different dimensions and linking with spirit. So as you shift through these ascension processes, you will be quite aware that things are shifting for you, and it could be quite, in a way, daunting. But don't worry too much, because it's all about development and you becoming the better person that you need to be. Now, when you get headaches, these are clearing your unsureties or your links. It's almost like triggering parts of your brain, or stimulating, I should say, parts of your brain in order for that part of your brain to be able to manifest and see different things that spirit wants to show you. And these key things are really quite important, because as you're developing, and say if you're going to be a healer or you want to be a tarot reader or clairvoyant and so on and so forth, these individual changes are really pinnacle to your growth. So please take care and please realize what these shifts are about. So point 2 is blurred vision and ringing in the ears. Now, the ringing in the ears, again, is about spirit talking with you directly. And again, if you listen to what they have to say, so if you get your ringing in your ears and you might go into meditation, or you just ask for their view or what they're trying to tell you, they would either show you through vision, through vision, or through example, or through numbers. They will communicate with you within that day or within the next couple of days. So as the ringing disappears, be aware that they're trying to link with you as well, not just show you stuff, but take you to another level. Now, the blurred vision, again, is about your third eye, and it's about your third eye linking with your mind's eye. Your mind's eye linking with your sight on this planet, so your normal eyesight. So as you start developing and you start seeing, or not seeing, and then you start seeing, then this is why your mind's eye is, or you have blurred vision. And you may see spots as well. You may see, they're normally white spots or yellow spots and bits and pieces. A lot of people who are doing past life regression, or they are doing clairvoyancy, or they're doing meditation based around the third eye, will come into contact with this type of transformation. So it's not uncommon, it's very common. And again, if you're concerned, always consult a doctor if it continues and it's causing you really severe pain. But normally the triggers are some of those, and it's almost, that spirit is trying to link with you. Because what are they trying to do is trying to establish a route direction for you both to work together in order for you to develop. So number 3 is heart palpitations. Now heart palpitations again is a good trigger. This is about the heart chakras and them and spirit linking with you on that level. Now this is about really, because the heart is such a powerful chakra and such a powerful part of your body, and a lot of spiritual beings and a lot of interdimensional beings link with you on this plane through your heart chakra and through your solar plexus and through your third eye. These key triggers are so important with your development to understand and to know that you are going through the ascension process. Now, if, for example, it's just mainly around the heart chakra, my advice would be look at what the heart chakra represents, and what the heart chakra represents will give you the answer to what you are developing in. For example, the heart chakra is about emotion. So if you have a lot of emotion, or you and then you're going through a lot of emotional turmoil in your life at the moment, it's an ascension. And it's an ascension to you to learn and understand who and what you are about. And a lot of people fear emotions, but it's good because it gets you to be closer to your dimensional guide, or to your guide that helps you on this planet. So don't be too much afraid. And again, there is 2 paths, and people have heard me say this before about the path where you can walk on sand, or the path where you can walk through the door, a normal door. And for me, when you go through the normal door, which seems clear, that's where life seems to be a bit more harder. So I always say, when you walk in the sand, that's the hard way, because sometimes it may look okay, but you know that you're going to be carried, and it's not going to take as long. So be aware of those, and be aware of those shifts for the heart chakra palpitations. So number 3 is anxiety. Sorry, number 4 is anxiety. So anxiety again is you feeling really nervous and really concerned and really worried about who and what is going on around you, or even about yourself. And a lot of people suffer anxiety on different levels, and it's also a part of the mental health illness. But there is levels to anxiety. There's anxiety where you're feeling anxious about a situation, or about a process, or about a direction. And again, where you're feeling anxious and where the anxiousness manifests in the body. So say, for example, you're feeling anxious and then you're getting a lot of backaches, or you're feeling anxious and you're getting a lot of headaches, or you're feeling anxious and you're getting a lot of say heart palpitations, or you're getting a lot of throat infections, or things of that nature. Again, refer back to the chakras and the meanings of them chakras, and it will give you the answer to your manifestation and what you're anxious about. And this is how we therapists or healers, we work with people, and we always say, where is it manifesting within your body? Because that way we kind of get a trigger, not just by talking to what spirit is telling us, but also what you are experiencing, and that's how we try to support and help you moving forward. So number 5, trouble sleeping or need more sleep. So if you are suffering from sleep apnea, then I think one of the key things is meditation, finding a relaxing pose or place. And again, sleep is linked to probably they're trying to communicate with you in this life. That's why you're struggling to get over to the next part of life, if that makes sense. So because you have two lives, you have your dream life or lucid dreams, and you have this realm, which is the physical realm. And with the physical realm is where they're trying to link with you and talk to you. So if you're having trouble on this side, sleeping is going to be a bit of the issue. So dealing with that, you can get, from what they're telling me, Healing is a good portal call. So see if you can find a Reiki master practitioner or a healer, a spiritual healer, that can probably do distant healing if you can't see them directly, and help them to start probably clearing out your chakras. If you can't afford, or you can't work with a healer for whatever reason, which is it happens, you can do it yourself by clearing your chakras, and that's through meditation. And again, YouTube is a really, really good place or portal call to start identifying and working on those processes. The other point is as well, look at binaural beats. Now, binaural beats is really, really powerful because it looks at the frequency of your body. So is a really good frequency to work with. And check my video for frequencies in order to help with that, which is in my listing of my playlist. So the next one is point 6, which is fatigue and vivid dreams. Now this is linked back to your problem of you sleeping. So now you're sleeping, and then you're having dreams, and it's almost kind of like you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't, isn't it? So if you're fatigued and you're sleeping, and then you're having vivid dreams, it's them again, spirit trying to connect with you, trying to give you messages through dreams. And I haven't done a video on dreams, so I would like to do a video probably in the next couple of weeks or in a month or so, because I've got a list of videos I'm trying to get through. So I'm trying to do 2 videos a month, so 2 videos a week, because there's lots of messages that spirit wants to put out that are interconnecting with the videos they talk about back when. So again, the other thing is, if you're having lucid dreams or vivid dreams, one of the things you can do is have a look at the dream books, work out what dreams are about. They can turn around and tell you what the spirit is trying to say and talk to you about and trying to communicate with you. And again, this is a state of communication when you're working with spirit, and please don't just ignore it, because it's almost like they're trying to find the right direction in order to support and work with you. So point 8 is sweating more than normal. Now again, this is also a physical thing, and this is linked to your heart chakra, believe it or not, more or less. And again, I think so many medical conditions are based on this and could be triggers for illnesses, so to speak. So again, I would say, through my own experience, always consult a doctor if this continues to make you feeling unnerved and worried. Consult your GP, honestly, really do. I'm a spiritualist, and I work with herbs and I work with spirit, I'm 110% behind modern medical ways of practice, because they do some amazing work, and me being here today is just one of them. And I know some spiritual people would disagree. That's down to you. I'm not getting into a debate about it, but that's just my view. So if you're sweating a lot, again, it's about your body is going through a shift. And I say shift is vibrating, because we all vibrate on different frequencies. Go back to, again, my video based on frequencies. So as you're going through these different vibrations, your body starts to align itself with these frequencies, which kind of throws everybody out and gets them concerned because they're not sure where they are. And again, once you go through, for example, if you use as probably your base of your meditation, and then you're drawn to a certain number frequency. The other point I would like to point out, which the collective is telling me, is look at your birth dates. Look at your birth, especially the date on your birth. So if you're number 8 or number 9 or 24, whatever, look at those and look at your link to those frequencies, because that's probably what you're vibrating on as standard. The other point is look at numerology. I'm going to do the numerology video again. I've been putting this off for a while now, and I've been told I should be doing it. So I'm going to be doing that probably in the next couple of videos, because numerology and how to work out numerology numbers, because I'm a numerologist, is really key to the foundation of numbers. And once you do understand what the numbers are, it helps you to identify where you are right now and where you're going moving forward. So now 9 is random tolerance of food. Now, this is really quite interesting because I've been around a lot of people, even with myself, who are shifting from not eating meat to start becoming vegetarian or vegan. Now, nothing wrong with that. I'm kind of in between. I eat some meats, but I'm mainly plant-based now. And for me, I feel better for it. And also it's good for healing, and it's good for meditation, and it's good for your body when you're working with spirit. Some of the meats obviously you need to sustain your body, but by and largely, you again when you're getting intolerant, or you're getting a bit fed up, or you eat something and then you're ill, or you have like the runs or something like that, that is another trigger that you are going through an ascension. And if you go to, obviously, if you have like tummy problems, that is also linked to either the lower chakras. So you're probably looking, from what my mind's showing me, or what spirit's showing me, is the sacral chakra, but I feel, the sacral chakra and the solar plexus. They're probably the two ones you might need to you might need to balance and work on. The other point is grounding yourself, which would be the root chakra. So take note on those. And again, go back to my video based on chakras for meanings and guidance. Number 10, nausea and diarrhea. I just covered it in the last one. So again, if you're having diarrhea and you're feeling nausea, then there are triggers that you're going for the ascension. And remember, all these things, you don't have to have them all to know that you're going for the ascension, because some people get them in stages. It's just spirit is telling you that we are taking you through a level of manifestation and change. So bear in mind what you're doing and where you're going, because that is about your ascension. Greetings. So this is number 11. Now 11 is dizzy and feeling floaty, or having aches and pains. Now, these points are showing obviously about what's in about ascension, and the links to your progression, climbing and manifesting, and bringing in what spirit is trying to communicate with you as you ascend. Now, your aches and pains, you've heard of the saying growing pains. This is the same type of process. When you have ascension, it's just your body, or your spirit mainly, getting a bit more secure within your bodies. And again, I want to go back to, everything is linked to the chakras. So look at where the aches and the pains are within your body, and that will help show you which part of your body is going through the ascension, or what communication is happening in order to find where you are or where you are arriving at. And the shift will go through many times, and it could go for a period. There is no date or times of how it will go on, but be rest assured that they will not bring you through these changes if they feel you are not ready. So again, with your pain that you feel, the way I overcame them, or I deal with them, is by accepting the pain and recognizing the pain and acknowledging the pain, and then letting it go with love. You can do this through meditation, or through chanting, or walking meditation. The other one is, if you're feeling, you get your aches as well. When you're feeling achy, it's almost like it feels like there is no confirmation within yourself about who you are. So you feel really aching, feel kind of like a blur. You don't feel quite right. And the achy vibration is you coming in line with your body manifesting your spirit, or accepting your spirit as it moves. Kind of, like the best way to explain the spirit and the body. And I heard this from one of my guys, through Chief. He said to me, Imagine you got a glove and your body is the glove and your hand is the spirit. So you put your hand in a glove and you move it around in order for it to feel quite comfortable. And as you get older, your hand grows, right? So that's the spirit. And your glove remains the same, but gets worn, right? So as you keep the same glove as you're growing and growing, it gets worn and your hand gets big and fits within that. When it gets to a point where your hands is too big for your glove, you need a new glove, i.e. a new body. That's where your aches and pains come in. This is what's about your body expanding. And you know, when you've heard many of my fellow talkers and motivational speakers and healers and so on, when they talk about expansion of one's conscious self within Earth, this is what they're talking about. Is about you becoming conscious of yourself. The spirit is becoming conscious that it's in the glove and it's not just growing itself alone. This the 12th point I want to talk about is about the shortness of breath. Now, the shortness of breath is about you not understanding what your words are, or what's going on within. What spirit is trying to do is make you get a bit more healthier in order for your body to be able to hold on to that particular ascension. So at the moment, say for example, you're getting out of breath and you're walking and you are quite healthy. What happened is that spirit is trying to get you even more healthier in order for you to hold on to that particular spirit, or your particular spirit as it grows. Because as I said, as you grow older and you get stronger, things do shift and change. And we're not always being able to keep our soul or our spirit within our body. That's why our spirit leaves our body at night. So be aware that the transformation of yourself is about why you're getting out of breath, and it is for the fact is that your body's taking on all this other energy. Remember, spirit is energy, so your body takes on that energy, and it could be quite traumatic to a degree. Point 13, yawning. So you met again. This is linked to you being tired, and it's also when I used to get tired or I'm ascending or ascension, it goes back to me taking in more oxygen. My brain, because when you yawn, you're taking in more. Your brain's not got enough oxygen. That's why you yawn. You bring in a whole lot of air, and it's not because you're bored. It's because your body is trying to take on a lot more oxygen. Because when we're born, and when you see newborn babies, let me just explain. When you see newborn babies, and these newborn babies, they start to, when they're breathing, you see them taking deep breaths. The deep breaths, and it's almost like they're filling up their lungs. As we get older, we learn to shallow breathe. So when we meditate, we take deep breaths in. That's how we should really be breathing. We should be taking a lot more oxygen in. That's where your tiredness will deplete and disappear. So point 14, excessive thirst. So excessive thirst is your body orally taking in more water or more liquids. Now, our body has obviously a vast amount of water in order for it to function, as well as blood. So it's important that we take in the fluids in order, because as we're sweating, we burn off a lot of the water, and that's when we perspire. So it's important to keep hydrated so you don't dehydrate while you're going through your ascension. It's almost like you're taking off, you're burning fuel like a plane, and that as you ascend. So as you're ascending, your body's ascending through these different dimensions, you need to turn around and be ready and take on a lot more water in order to fuel yourself through liquid energy in order for you to be able to climb within these dimensions. As I said, water is a conductor of energy, of electricity, I should say. So though water is a natural energy, it burns it quite quickly. So keep yourself hydrated. Point 15, and the final point, which is pains in the wrists, knees, and ankles in your feet. Now, these are release points for me. Here's what kind of left it to the end. These are release points of Ascension. So when I'm feeling these aches and pains in these certain parts, feet, wrists, and so on, these are the weaker joints. So I'm releasing energy out of these points. So as I release these energies, I know I'm climbing in altitude of Ascension. So as I climb in altitude of Ascension, I know that the aches and the pains are me, but like a rocket, but throwing away the outer shell, so it can climb higher out of the atmosphere. I know myself that I'm climbing in these ascensions. So when I finally do arrive at the ascended point, I know for the fact is that the aches and pains will deplete. So basically, that is the 15 points of Ascension's systems, or symptoms, I should say. So I hope that's helped. Please do like, share, and subscribe, and leave comments below. And also press that gold bell in order to get more updates. I'm doing 2 videos a week if I can, if not 3. So stay tuned, and I'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching. Stay blessed and stay safe.